So Bill, can I ask you this one resolution that deals with sewage works revenue bonds? Is that in any way related to the Flanagan property?
No. So the wastewater treatment plant, it's one that Allison to cover, it's for a long-term control plan.
Long-term what?
Long-term control plan
Okay.
for the wastewater. They've been working on it for years. Started that long-term control plan back in 2005. We had Commonwealth Engineers.
And where's that project located?
At the wastewater treatment plant, I believe. They already, they built a collection pipe, a big pipe that would collect sewage when we had a big rain, so they could control the flow into the treatment plant, just keep from overflowing. That's the whole thing for long-term control is overflows. Prevent overflows into the creek.
Yeah.
Allie wants to test this.
So,
Testing.
So everything we say right now is
Testing.
being video recorded.
okay.
Starts 10 minutes before the meeting.
Okay.
Testing.
Are we supposed to yet push the button?
Oh.
Testing. Testing.
Jack.
Hello? Mine works.
Anybody home?
You talking to me?
See you out there getting down on pickleball court, Mr. Savage.
Yeah.
You're out there tearing it up, though.
Call me, miss.
I'm sorry it's happened. You let go of Mr. Austin, Mr. Austin.
There's something on it.
Mrs. Bozell out in the park, she wants to strangle me all the time, because I'm always calling her Mrs. Bozell. It's just happened.
There's something I'm gonna ask you. I forget what it was.
Hey, buddy, how we doing, Tim?
Here comes the brains of the operation.
We're in trouble.
to order the meeting of the Elwood Redevelopment Commission. First, we'll start with the roll call of officials. Mr. Savage.
Bob Savage. Tim Roby.
Jackie Lane.
Jerry Danahay.
Tom Lawson. We do have a quorum, Mr. Graham. The first item of business is to approve two different sets of minutes. The first set is from May 21st, 2025. I hope you had a chance to review the set of minutes that we received. So on May 21st set of minutes, Jeff, I'm going to offer this proposed correction. On page 3 of 3, letter D, there's a blank line after the old factory building. I just spoke to Mrs. Clark, and that blank line should have her name on it. Okay, and then 3 lines down, it has Christie. Her last name should be attached to her first name. Other than that, on May 21st minutes, I find everything to be, it appears to be okay. I don't know how the other commissioners view that set of minutes, but that's my opinion. The next set of minutes is from June 18th. I didn't find anything there that I think would warrant any type of correction. So I will wait for a motion to approve those sets of minutes as revised.
I'll make a motion to accept both sets of minutes with the revised May 21st minutes.
Okay, we have a motion from Mr. Roby.
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Lane. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The minutes are approved. We move on to the approval of claims, Bill.
The claims are correct as presented on the agenda. And the total is $33,548.80.
And 16,000 plus of that is money in reference to the pool project fund, according to that note you sent.
Yes.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the claims?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Dunhag. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Roby. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. First item under old business is Joey Martin. Final plans and design proposal concerning the project at Callaway Park.
You should all have received those forwarded from Mr. Savage in your emails. Turned in, yep, that is the final plans. I include some specifications on there for plumbing fixtures. The plumbing fixtures I picked do not have tanks in them, which I'm sure Clay will be happy about. It's all direct plumb, so there's less to be broken, less to be vandalized. Same way with the sinks. A lot of the items that were heavy vandalized items I chose to remove. We can pick different fixtures down the line to save a little bit of money if need be. I talked with my GC. He is on budget to meet the not to exceed. I'll actually beat the not to exceed number that we gave him, but of course we have to go through the bidding phase, so we'll see where that comes in. Other than that, I submitted some paperwork to Bill today. I know I didn't have all my tally of my final hours and my invoice. I emailed that, it was late this afternoon, along with, you'll see it when you get it, along with the W-9 that I'm sure Allie's gonna ask for, or somebody will ask for, so all that paperwork should be turned in now too.
Joey, I think it's important for the commissioners and the audience to know that you and I, Tim and Bill, had lunch a few days ago. And basically, the catalyst for that lunch was a question that we were asked at our last meeting in reference to what is the status of the Callaway Park project. And I'm going to paraphrase what I think I heard you say at that lunch meeting, is this project will start shortly after the Glass Festival,
Yes.
and it should be wrapped up by mid to late October. Is that correct?
Yes. As long as the RFPs get out.
Yeah.
And if Todd or Christie, or it's not Christie anymore, I'm sorry. If they need my help, just call me and to draft up those RFPs, or however Todd wants to handle that. But the GC that I have been speaking with, helping me through selections and things like that, will be ready to go by then.
Well, Dave, since you're here, I'm going to make a reference point to that email you sent me for a question. The question that Dave raised was there a bond issue going to be, each bond going to be issued for this project? So I think it's clear that we're going to pay you for this project out of the funds we have on hand. Period. We're not going to borrow money. So I appreciate Dave's question, but I think that should be clarified. Later on in the meeting, we're going to be asked to approve a resolution in relationship to the construction of a lean-to the storage barn that will give Clay more storage. So there is a relationship between that resolution and I assume you'll be doing it, or you'll be asked to do, or you can ask to be considered to do that project unless the city's going to do it. I don't know. Do you know, Clay?
No, I don't, but I mean, that's definitely a question that needs to be answered sooner than later.
Yeah.
With everything coming up pretty quick, Glass Festival coming, and be over before we know it.
Well, I've read the resolution, Clay, and it's just, to me, it's a resolution, it's a rationalization to use ERC money to build the lean-to. Obviously, there's no cost associated in the resolution, so I think that's a conversation we'll need to have as we work through this shelter house project. So, what's your advice, Mr. Graham, on the potentiality of Mr. Martin designing something, or who's going to do the work? I mean, the resolution clearly says that the ERC can pay for the lean-to.
Correct.
But as far as who's going to build it, we haven't determined that. Is that?
You would have to determine that. I mean, what you can pass that resolution, edit it, put some pencil edits tonight, if you like, and authorize up to for design services or something like that. What you need with the resolution is simply you're making a determination that this benefits the city's redevelopment efforts by constructing this lean-to. That's really all the resolution is for. You don't necessarily need to put the money into that resolution, the dollar amount into that resolution tonight.
So would it be fair to ask Joey to come back in August with some thoughts about that lean-to, or is that pushing the project out too far to meet your needs? Like,
No, I don't think so, not as long as we get it set in stone by Glass Festival. As long as we get it set in stone, know what's going on by the time Glass Festival's over, so they can get started. And like you said, project needs to be wrapped up by mid to late October before the spooktacular happens out there. Everything's happening so fast with that festival, and obviously the Seaward Christmas coming up too.
well, our next meeting is the Wednesday after the Glass Festival, so I think that'd be perfect timing. So, could you come back, Joey?
I can.
Give us some thoughts on that?
I will add to that, though. Just my initial thought is it's a full structure that is there now. Those are pre-engineered buildings, so I can give you a price, but it would just be you paying me to pass it off to either. There is one local builder that has a relationship with Miller Buildings out of Amboy, where he can buy the kit pre-engineered, stamped, sealed, ready to go. I would just be a middleman, and I wouldn't feel comfortable billing for that.
Okay.
So, but I can get with Clay at some point, and we can talk about however the process has to go, whether it has to go through RFPs, I can help with paperwork, all that. But I would just be a middleman, because that building would have to be a pre-engineered pole building, and Miller Buildings pre-engineers those ahead of time. So that would be the most economical.
Who's the local gentleman you're referring to?
Todd Nichols relationship with Miller Buildings and Amboy, which is where I think most of the pre-engineered buildings that I've done come from up there.
Okay.
That would be the most economical route to go for that project.
So Bill, can you reach out to Todd and see if he could give us some thoughts on his potential interest in helping?
Sure.
Wouldn't require, I assume that wouldn't require a request for a proposal, or just a matter of reaching out to the local contractor, in this case Todd Nichols, and getting him involved.
Yes, that would be sufficient on a project of this scale.
If we go through that resolution, Jeff, these have to be in two separate projects, correct?
What would be the other project? Tim?
The lean-to would be one, and the bathroom would be.
Yes, sir. Yes, I mean, theoretically, you could include them, but you could include them all together. Or you could do them separate, I don't think it matters. But-
Originally they got intermingled because we were gonna do a standalone restroom building with additional storage on that building. So I think that's when the original resolution was brought up, that you would fund them both under one roof. And just over the course of the projects being split, it's probably now best to do two separate entities.
Okay.
Yeah, and for time reasons, that would probably be our best bet to go to, wouldn't it?
I tried to work with Joey on contact with Todd Nichols.
Okay. All right, Jerry, we have an obligation tonight to approve the proposal, is that right, and the final plans, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We've all had a chance to review the proposal and the final plans. The proposal was actually approved, late last year, so we knew what we were getting into ourselves into. So is there a motion to approve Joy's proposal?
Well, you're good with this, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Good. Got a motion from Tim, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jerry, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Joy, thank you, look forward to the finished product down the road.
And that is the design proposal on the restrooms.
Yes. Yes. Okay, next item tonight is Jonathan Chambliss from CRU Construction, pool project. Is Mr. Chambliss here?
I don't see.
Okay, I guess we'll table this next one.
Heather's here, does she want to say anything?
No, I was just invited, so I just thought I'd join.
Okay.
Heather from Greensburg, wherever you're from.
Indianapolis.
Okay, close enough. All right, next item is Brian Cross, Civil Site Engineers Utilities Proposal. Brian? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Austin. I apologize I couldn't attend the last meeting. Thunderstorms and severe weather took me a different direction. So, this proposal that was before you is for the water main extension and a sanitary sewer lift station design on the 16.5 acres of the former Flanagan property, State Road 37 and 28. So our next step in this process is to complete the surveying component, existing conditions, field survey, and also collaborate with the utilities department on different elements of the design, kind of a wish list of items that they need for the lift station, how they want to approach that with supplementary advanced digital information gathering for that particular system. And then also work with the city, the mayor's office, and potentially the council and the commission here to understand what are the long-term goals of that corridor. So we maximize the use of, what this infrastructure could be to serve more properties.
The fundamental question I have, Brian, is that once your work is completed, well, first of all, how long does that work take to get completed that you're dealing with?
So first step is surveying. That's underway currently. If you've been over in that area, you might have seen some survey crews. So we expect to get a draft copy of that within the next week or two. We'll do a field investigation on that. Our design component will then, start off with the water main extension and the sanitary sewer lift station. department, make sure we get everything covered, and then we enter the permitting stage with the state. So, all in all, probably from this point on, 3 months, 3.5 months to get all the design drawings, and then we start permitting, with the state.
Okay. So if a restaurant gets wind of this acreage and wants to examine potential, put in their business there, when would that happen? In the best of all scenarios, in your experience, what would you say would happen first, after you get all this other work finished on front?
Yeah, once the design is actually complete, it'll go out to bid for construction. That construction phase probably will be 6 to 8 months. And the longer term of that construction will end up mostly being the sanitary sewer lift station. Here we are in July. I would say next July, we might have utilities ready for them to look into. But if you look at their construction period, what they have to do for the site and the building, they may be beyond that right now anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, I just know that it'd be great if a restaurant of some name would end up out there along with the hotel. I don't know what the status of the hotel project is, but I'm very interested in the Highway 37 corridor. I think it'd be a real shot in the arm for this community, and if the sports complex ultimately happens, I don't know if it will or will not, it's just an ideal pairing up of what the work you're doing and the potential of the sports complex.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I think we need to look, in a broader view of where the city limits will end up
Yeah.
in annexation.
Well, as you know, we approved your proposal last month, and without hesitation, so we're very much interested in your continued concern for Elwood and the potential we think Elwood has.
Yeah, we thank you for the opportunity to serve the city, and we'll do our best and keep you guys moving forward.
We know you will, and we thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for Brian while he's here? Thank you again, Brian, for
All
coming.
right, thank you.
And I'm glad you're not going to get wet when you walk outside.
Yeah, now that's one of those great today.
Yeah, sure was. Thank you again. Okay, page 2. Page 2 is the resolution approving the use of TIF funds to construct a lean-to. And we have that resolution.
I think it's premature to adopt that tonight.
Okay,
Until it's under action of this spending money, I think it's premature.
okay. And I'll need a motion to table.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Rowley, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jackie, so we'll table this to August. Okay, Bill, I want to make sure I ask a question of you all later. That has to do with the budding landowner information that was sent out and the document that was prepared, I assume, by Jim Wilson. Have you seen that? Okay, real quick. So what I received,
I sent it to Jennifer to ask a question, I believe, so I wasn't thinking about being part of the meeting.
okay, and this other resolution concerning, the sewer works revenue bonds, does that have to be taken?
No. Our clerk treasurer, I believe, is here to speak on that.
So we'll consider this an addition to the agenda. Is the clerk treasurer here tonight?
Hi.
Hello?
I sent an email out last night. Did anybody get that, read it,
Concerning?
concerning,
allocation of an amount not to exceed $600,000 in TIF revenues on hand to the cost of the project. And when would that be paid back to us? At the end of the year?
No, it would probably be paid back in 2026, in January.
Okay.
Even if the rate increase passes the beginning of December, the loan closes at the end of December, you guys will not get your refund until that paperwork's a little bit slow, probably 3 weeks after that. So I don't know, I would say January or February.
So this loan, Allison, impact the projected TIF balance at the end of 2025? I assume it will.
Yes, it would.
Okay. And then in that budget document that you passed out.
Correct, yep.
This loan will help keep whatever comes out on the rate study, that's assuming it's gonna be an increase. This would help the increase not happen till the end of the year.
So, Bob had a suggestion, I did make one amendment and send it out to the group. The original that you have in your packet talks about to reimburse the redevelopment commission for such funds and proceeds of bonds, if and when such bonds are issued. Bob had a suggestion, which I think is a really good idea, to change it to subject to the city's agreement to reimburse the redevelopment commission for such funds, period.
Okay. Okay. So, making the assumption that this will be approved tonight, then you're good to go, and in January, we'll get reimbursed.
I'm not promised in January.
Sometime in 2026.
Yes, I can say the first quarter of
Okay,
2026.
all right, sorry.
If I was cutting the check, I can tell you, but I'm not.
Okay. All right, very good. Is there a motion to approve this proposed resolution?
Would this resolution number be just replaced again, or we table?
I think it would be, yes, two, because the one that was tabled would be the one.
Will we be using that number in that?
Could be,
Okay.
if it's been introduced by Oxford, sorry, the ultimate insult perhaps.
It's been introduced without a number.
It's two ways.
It was introduced without a number.
Okay.
So what is that number, Bill?
Well, I just use 01, and the one we table, we have a number next month to be 2025 08.
Okay.
01. Because we be approving it in August. Is that okay? Sure.
Okay. All right. So, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You need to make a motion with the amendment, Jeff. The amendment that Jeff.
Yeah, the one that Bob suggested.
Yes.
And I also, could you read the resolution number 2E, Bill or Jeff?
Yes. It'd be the resolution number ERC -2025-07-01.
Okay, thank you. All right. Moving on.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Allison. So, sir, the one who just came in, are you Jonathan Chambliss?
Yeah.
From Crew Construction?
Correct.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to this whole pool process. And I can't thank you enough. So in terms of your role, Jonathan's role, and Sheila's role, how is the pool operating now? Is everything okay? Or we still have issues?
We have a few issues that we're working out.
Does Heather know what they are?
Yes.
Should Jonathan, do you know, Jonathan, what they are, or should you know?
Every issue that's come our way, we've resolved pretty quickly.
Good, good.
So we have one more issue with the water leak that we're gonna get addressed tomorrow.
Well, I don't live too far from the pool. I go by it often. I think it's wonderful that we have an active pool with a lot of people using it. And then we have a pickleball court that is just great. It's a radical change in that part of town. So is there anything either one of you, the three of you, would like to say in reference to the pool? Good or bad? Since we're paying for it, it'd be nice to know is it good or bad.
I have a question about our payments. It's one of the reasons I came here tonight. We're like over 90 days past due on 3 of our invoices, or one of them at least.
There's the gal right there.
I'm just not sure why we've been having to pay for that.
Do you work for GM?
I don't work for him. I work a contractor with Chief Development.
Okay, so you had spoken with Greg, right, about that? Yeah. So I'll get with Greg.
Well, he doesn't know why I haven't been paid either. So the only invoices that he's turned in, I talked to him today about it, are from us for the last 3 months. All of our stuff's been completed since then.
So the Board of Works had took a vote until everything had got completed and fixed to hold those.
What items? It's like there was a punch list that got sent out and
Well, there's
everything
a
on that
punch
punch
list of
list.
500 things that got sent out,
We
and
didn't have a single thing on the punch list.
you still have weeks.
We have one water leak that was sent 2 days ago.
I don't think this is a public meeting right now, but yes, we are needing
Okay.
to checks.
So, Jonathan,
But those were warranty items.
We don't have a contract with them.
well,
We have a contract with them.
time out.
So Greg hasn't been paid either.
All right.
Right, that's okay.
Time out. So it's clear that you're not happy.
We have more scope that is to be bid. So like last time we were here, we discussed some additional site work that needed to be done up there. I can't get bids from my subcontractors because I haven't paid them yet. So like I can't move forward with anything until that stuff gets figured out.
All right, so,
All the scope that's been completed, we haven't been paid for. And so the items that are popping up now, there are issues that are occurring, are warranty items that we would fix either way.
so Heather, can you stay over after the meeting and join the conversation?
I can't stay over, so, but this is my only fear, just like before this happened, you guys meet, is, like, we do not pay him. So, like, he is not a representative, like, he may be a representative, or, you know, a friend, but, like, they're talking about payments to, like, Greg Mars.
Well,
But he doesn't know why I haven't paid either. Like you guys are approved payments.
Why is Greg not asking us?
well, look, I believe in transparency, but I prefer transparency not in this public venue. So Heather, can you stay? Jonathan, can you stay? And Bill, can you stay? Anybody else? Tim, you've been heavily involved in the project. Sheila, it'd be nice to have you there as well. So what we'll do when the meeting adjourns, we'll gather somewhere here and we'll see what we can offer you tonight and some assurance that you're going to get paid.
That's fine.
Okay?
We just have additional engineering that we've already started engaging on.
Okay.
We have additional work that needs to be done that we don't have to do, but
All right.
we'd like to do it. I mean, you guys need it up there.
Okay, well, we'll address the issues after the meeting and hopefully we'll have some satisfaction resolution to it, okay? All right. Unless there's something else, Bill and Jeff, that's all I have on the agenda.
I have nothing else.
Okay, Commissioners, do you have anything? Okay, our next meeting will be held on the Wednesday before Glass Festival, I think, which is Wednesday after, August 20th at 5:30. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a motion by Jerry, there's a second by Tim. All in favor? favor, say aye. We are adjourned at 6:05.
Thank you all again for everything.
Thank you, Blake. Should I now turn this off?
This is the open mic part